Quick disclaimer here, trading is very risky and carries a high level of risk. Anything said here is not a financial advice. Make sure you trade with money you can only afford to lose. Stay safe. What's up, guys? This is the voice of TRADEWITHWORLDBANK, and I want to welcome you onto my YouTube channel. It's been a very long time I uploaded, but I'm back now. For those that are new to this channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button, and for those that are not new but have not subscribed, I want to urge you all to smash that subscribe button so that you can get beautiful content and get notified whenever I drop content like this. Without further ado, I'm going to get started, and I want to start with why am I uploading today and what is the content of what I want to upload or what I want to say. Some people find it very difficult to analyze, right? So I'm going to run through all these red listed pairs I have on my phone, and you're going to see how easily I'm going to analyze them on my laptop, and I'm going to see how easily I'm going to analyze them without stress. Either they're going to play out or not. So in this process, I'm also going to give out free setups, right, that you can watch out for or add to your watch list if your favorite currency pair is here. As you all know, I trade demand and supply, and that is literally what I trade. I really don't add any extras to whatever I'm trading, and that is what I also teach my students, just with some little modifications. But right here, I'm going to speak on demand and supply, how to spot when the trend is good, and how to analyze well. You understand? Because many people are having issues analyzing. So first things first, you want to identify the trend, right? What trend is this? I'm using the 4-hour time frame, and this is a downtrend. Obviously, this is a downtrend. You don't need anyone to tell you that this is a downtrend. So that means I'll be looking for a supply zone to trade off from, because supply deals with sales and demand deals with buys. All right. Supply deals with sales, demand deals with buy. I'll be looking for a supply zone with the use of the breakout structure, right? So I'll be using just that breakout structure to get my supply zone. Okay, I'm using that breakout structure to identify this supply zone and also identify this. Okay, not really a supply zone. So I'll use this as what, as inducement. So that means that trade, this supply zone is a high probability supply zone because of the inducement. But never forget that price has already started mitigating some demand zones here, some short-term demand zones, some slow demand zones inside this trade here. So that means you can also take trades from this demand zone, though price is playing out from the demand zone already. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame. Okay, price is playing out from the demand zone already. So that means you can, those of you who love to take a buy, you can still take a buy from here, wait for a confirmation. This is 127 pips. Okay, and then when you get to the 4-hour supply zone, you can anticipate a sell. So as big as this looks, that is what I want to be trading off from. The only thing that won't allow me to take that trade from this, from the supply zone, is if there's a massive breakout. You understand? And once there's a breakout, obviously there should be a demand zone before the breakout structure, because there's going to be a breakout structure here, right? There'll be a breakout structure here, and then you can now proceed to use the next demand zone that caused the breakout structure, probably here or here or here. You understand? So that is what I'm going to be anticipating on that. Okay, so GPNZD is gone. I've done justice to that. Let's look at Euro GBP. And sometimes I also need to rank this. Sometimes when you are trading some strategies, some pairs might not really work. Let's look at NASDAQ, for example. Sorry, I'm diverting, but let's just quickly look at NASDAQ. Right. Let's look at NASDAQ. Now, when you're trading NASDAQ, I don't like what I'm seeing here. Yes, this is it. When you're trading NASDAQ, do you really think supply and demand will work? It might not work every time. I've seen some that worked, right? This is a demand zone here. But do you really think it would work every time? It might not really work every time, because pairs like this are always bullish. So you might rarely see supply zones, and your supply zones might not work out. Understand? So you have to use other strategies like breakouts. This is a nice supply zone here. You have to use other strategies like breakout and retest to trade this kind of pairs or US30. That all points down to your um to your to your what's it called, to your back tests. You have to know the strategy or the pair that you have to know the strategy that your pair works with. Your pair won't work with all strategies, and you might find it difficult to analyze using that pair. So let's look at Euro GBP. Look at all these supply zones I've drawn there that didn't play out. That may be due to the reason. Okay, so it's all points down to you doing your back test and knowing that, oh, something like this doesn't work or something like this actually works on your pair. It's very, very important. Very, very important. So break of structure, I've got that break of structure, I've got the demand zone. And so all I need to do is to enter at this point. So that is a nice entry zone for Euro card. Look for your confirmation. I won't do that for you over here. So I've given you one setup like this, Euro GBP, and then you have TPUB here. This is the first TP. 21 pips, very small. So I'll use 5R. Make sure you use your confirmation trade, please. Make sure you confirm before entering. So this is 50 pips, but this will be your first CP, then second CP will be your 50 pips. Then where is the next supply zone? This supply zone has played out already. So there's high probability this supply zone to play out. So take notes, because this is all I'm saying here is nothing but order flow. You understand? That's what's called order flow. Price would want to continue from this structure. Let me draw it. This bearish structure. You understand? Price might want to continue from that bearish structure because price is bearish. You understand? Remember, you need to check the trend first. So first TP and second TP will be here in case there's a breakout from that TP. So that'll be the next supply zone. You can see how easy it is. I'm analyzing without stress, right? Without stress. And I'm using just one time frame. So you can do much time frame analysis too. But if you feel like it will stress you out, you can ignore it. The daily time frame just broke out of this range and it is inside the range again, because this is a range over here. We have a range over here, right? It's a very huge range. Price broke out. Now it is inside the range again. Price did this from inside the range. All these kinds of demand zones are good demand zones, or how do I put it? High probability demand zone, because the demand zone came out from the breakout of the range. Okay, so those are small things you need to know. Let me draw out something like an illustration to show you. Let's say this is a range, right? It's the range. Market has grabbed liquidity. Now there's something here, and then right. But you might be asking that why is market not grabbing liquidity here? Trust me, liquidity might have been grabbed here. Well, you might not know. Liquidity might have been grabbed here. All this liquidity might have been grabbed. Okay, it might have been grabbed, but you don't know. So let's look at it from the market's perspective, because I don't want to be explaining too much. Now look at this. Look at this. This liquidity has been grabbed. Let me delete this, because sometimes you might not really see liquidity grab. This liquidity has been grabbed here. Liquidity below. This liquidity has been grabbed with this candle. Then there is a mitigation of this candle. Right. That one is clear. Now, where is the next liquidity? This is the next liquidity. And has it been grabbed? Yes, of course. How? With this wick. Let me clear that. You can see this wick has grabbed the liquidity. So you have to open your eyes and pay attention to the inner movements, not just waiting for the bigger movement and say, oh yeah, I'm waiting for liquidity grab. I'm waiting that price would come into this liquidity zone, take away from there, and then grab. No, it might not always happen like that, but you just have to open your eyes and pay attention. You have to pay attention. Look at this very beautiful liquidity grab, and after the liquidity grab, there's a break of structure. In fact, this is the best kind of setup ever. And what next? That will be your demand zone. As simple as that. This liquidity grab will be the demand zone. Trust me, to play out. Why should it not play out? To play out. And look how it happened. And that is from the body of demand zone. We are taking a buy again. So this buy should be a high probability trade. Look at this. 83 pips, not that heavy, but then Euro GBP is not a volatile pair on a norms. But then I think I've been able to break down the liquidity uh issue now, even while trying to analyze something. So we've talked about something while analyzing something. Now let's move to the next pair. I have CAD JPY here. This pair is always very bullish. Why is it always very bullish? Because JPY is a very weak pair. It's just like trading Naira and USD. It would always be bullish. It would always be bullish. It would always be bullish. So let me remove all trends, because Naira is a weak pair. Yeah, Naira is a weak pair against US dollar. So it would always be bullish. In that situation, you might not really be trading demand and supply. You understand? You might want to be trading more of breakouts and fundamental analysis, which is same thing with CAD JPY. Is deals with more fundamental analysis. You can see those spikes. They are fundamental analysis. So I would ignore this pair since I've known that the strategy might not work well on this pair. You can see how I'm cleaning out all my pairs, but some people would want to force setups on pairs, which is very wrong. Looking at this pair is bearish, and what do I want to look for? I want to look for supply zone. And what is happening here? This is a range. Is there liquidity grab of the range yet? No, there's no liquidity grab of the range. So I'll be using this supply zone over here as my liquidity grab. You understand? This is the range, and there's no liquidity grab, just like I explained earlier. You can see there's no liquidity grab yet, unlike what we saw on Euro GBP. All right, so this is a very beautiful setup. This is a very beautiful setup, and you can always imagine this pair is very volatile. See this stop loss, because I always use 10 pip stop loss. Look at what is happening. So let's just extend it for the sake of this video, and then target will be this low here. So your target on this setup is 183 pips. So I'm giving you free setups now. Make sure you look for a confirmation. I always teach different confirmations in my mentorship. I have up to 7 confirmations, but then so my students know how to enter all these things when they are about to enter. So this is my setup on GBP for you guys. In fact, some people might be so smart enough to just set pending order. At least if you set pending order on everything, you would catch some good trades. But I don't want to advise that. It's always, don't be lazy, okay? Look for confirmation and enter yourself. So CAD CHF, this pair looks also very bullish, but it's still a good pair to trade. There's no setup right now, but I think I'm seeing something here. This is a break of structure. This is a break of structure. This is a supply zone. Price has failed to play out from the supply zone, so price is playing out from this weak supply zone. Okay, so this is another good trade again that I'm seeing right now. This is like a free setup, okay, for you all. Then your next tip will be here, right? That is the next demand zone. Okay, so wait for confirmation over here. Don't just enter because price has dropped. Don't just enter. Wait for confirmation. I don't want to show you guys how to enter on my confirmation over here because I know that some people are lazy, but then at least those that are in this industry and already know their way around things would know what to do at this point. They know that they don't want to rush. Okay, so we have Solana. This is crypto. Let's move to the next one. NZD-JPY. I don't do JPY pairs. I explained earlier. AUD-CHF. CHF is a very weak currency pair against AUD. So I'll just drop this demand zone here, and this is a demand zone that has been playing out. So I'll take this as order flow, and I'll take this as a high probability demand zone. Okay, I'll take this as a high probability demand zone. You can see without stress, I've analyzed almost 8 pairs right now, but that doesn't mean you should start trading 8 pairs because you can analyze them so easily. You can see I don't even trade any of them. I'm just using it for the sake of this video, right? Just for the sake of this video. Okay, just for the sake of this video. So yes, so this is what I have on AUD-CHF. You can anticipate this. Let's move again. But by the way, price would have, let me explain something again. Price would have given you a supply zone by the time it gets here. So your TP should be this next supply zone. Supply zone might be around here or even here. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. We have Euro AUD. Euro AUD is very bearish. I love what I'm seeing. And in the process of a bearish market, you have to look for a supply zone, of course. Now, where is the most recent supply zone? I have this here. I have this here. I have this here because I've got this break of structure here. So you can anticipate sell from here. Okay, so this is a very beautiful trade. Stop loss above TP 100 pips. So I've given you 3 pips like this. Just try to work on them and modify it yourself. JPY, I'm not trading JPY. This is dollar index, very bearish. So this is my analysis on dollar index. I had a class with my students last night because I always hold classes with them every weekend. So if you want to be part of my students or part of my mentorship, it's just 50 USD. And if you need one-on-one or proper mentorship, like one-on-one every day, one-on-one, or you want to speak with me every single day, that would be 150 USD because we have to meet every day, take trades together every day, and we do everything together for the one-on-one. And lastly, over here, I have AUD USD. It is very bullish right now. Very bullish right now. I'm not releasing anything here because if I say I should draw out a demand zone, it's still far, right? So I don't want to draw anything, but at least I've given you I've seen, okay, don't let me count this, but I've given you something on GBP and ZD. I'm seeing 50 pips on Euro GBP, 50 and 20 pips CAD JPY, and GBP AUD also. I'm giving you 180 pips on GBP AUD. CAD CHF is playing out already, 65 pips. Solana, I'm out of Solana. And ZD JPY. Okay, so AUD CHF. So I have just few pairs here, actually like 4 or 5. So at least look at those 4 or 5 well and try to make the best of the analysis. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, guys, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Also share this video with your friends and your crypto crew, and drop that like because it always helps the algorithm a lot, just like subscribing too. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. If you also want to join my mentorship, make sure you message me on WhatsApp or Telegram at TRADEWITHWORLDBANK. The link is in the description. You can always get me there. All my services provided are signals, mentorship, classes, and lots more for just that fee, 50 USD, and one-on-one for 150 USD. So I think I'll stop there, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, and peace, guys. I'm out.